All right, everybody. Guess what? It's your boy again, the Mortgage Ninja, Ed Diaz here. First off, before you do anything, please hit the like button, also subscribe and share this information because today is going to be packed with some societal changes that we're seeing because of this pandemic. So pay attention. On that note, I want to thank my guest, Kelly Bush. Thank you so much, Kelly,
Thank you,
for
Ed.
being on my channel and allowing me to interview you. So let's just jump right in.
Yep.
Look, everybody's talking to me about, hey, I'm leaving, or the migration from the cities to the suburbs. I'm seeing it with some of my clients. I'm seeing that they're leaving to Roseville and Sacramento, particularly.
Yep.
So you're in that area. So tell us a little bit. First off, tell us a little bit about you, and then
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what you're seeing from your point of view, since you are the destination where people are migrating to.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm a real estate agent with EXP out here in Roseville, California. I work primarily in Placer County and Sacramento County. I do see a lot of Bay Area people that are coming up this way. They're definitely in our market, and they're definitely a part of what's driving up the home prices up in this area. To answer your question specifically, as far as, where that kind of has started, what I think is happening is, the Bay Area buyers right now are taking advantage of the equity that they're being able to pull out of their homes. So they're selling with a decent amount of equity, a decent amount of cash, and then coming up here to, our area where, yes, our prices have gone up, but they're not anywhere near what the Bay Area prices are. So
What,
they
you mean you can't get a 3-bedroom for $1.6 million that you need to rehab?
maybe by next week,
Right.
but not yet.
Right. Wait a week.
Exactly. So, their equity, their cash is going far up here. Obviously, with the pandemic, people's lifestyles have changed. I think that, opening up the mind and also the workplace to people working from home has, really, really helped kind of, that transition of bringing people up here more. It's gorgeous up here. There's more land, really. The very specific communities are really, really growing, like Granite Bay, Roseville, Rockland, Auburn. Those ones I've seen big jumps this past year in.
So I would think that because people are now working more remotely, they're seeking greater square footage because one of the rooms they want to make, their office, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that a lot of these communities also are built with some infrastructure like PUDs, right?
Yeah.
Planned unit developments. They have a lot of infrastructure like maybe a clubhouse or a pool, right? And then you have all the other infrastructure, the Pete's, the Starbucks, the Safeways, and all that really close by.
Absolutely.
I think is helping also that migration of people thinking, well, look, if I leave San Francisco, I'm still not going to miss out on being able to go to Pete's because I'm used to doing that over
100%.
here,
Yeah,
right?
so there's a lot of communities. I'll specifically talk about, where I live. So I live, right in Roseville, California. We're right next to the Westfield Galleria Mall that they built, also a section called the Fountains, and the exact same thing. It's very community based. We've got, Pete's Coffee, Whole Foods, a very outdoor area, that's centered with Wi-Fi and things like that for people to work. And, even, the local fitness clubs that are here. We've got a Lifetime Athletic and also a Villa Sport. Both of them also have work spaces that are designated there, that are, and stuff. So it's very much, I think people are very much taking into consideration what people's needs are up here. But Roseville is one of the biggest growing areas, and specifically coming from, the Bay Area and stuff. The charts on that is.
What kind of growth are we seeing, would you think, as far as percentage wise, year to year?
I'm not exactly sure. I don't like to pull out numbers that I'm completely off on for there. So I'm not sure what it is year over year, but
it's substantial.
It's substantial. And I do know that, as far as cities in California, they're definitely in the top 10 as far as growth this past year. I don't know exactly what number it is, but definitely in the top 10 for there.
Do you think it's going to slow down anytime soon?
No, I don't. We
Yeah.
have new builds that are coming. So there's, branching out into, Lincoln. We have new builds there. I'm even seeing there's a specific area that's between Marysville and Yuba City, which goes out into Yuba County. That's between Lincoln here. So you go Roseville, then you go Lincoln, and then you can go out there. And they're developing that area as well. I think what is happening is, just to take it back to like one specific client, right? So I have one specific client. He works in the Bay Area. With the pandemic, he was fully remote, for a while. Now he's back in the office, but he's only back in the office 2 days a week. So his benefit that he did is he decided, I don't want to pay, the prices in the Bay Area. I don't want to pay the rent and stuff there. I would rather own. So he bought a house right down in, midtown Sacramento, right off the freeway,
Mm.
because he still commutes, but he only has to do it 2 days a week. So it made more sense to him. He gets to be part of that downtown Sacramento community. And, if he times it right, the commute can be, a little less than 2 hours. If he times it wrong,
Right.
it's 4.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course, of course. It's all about timing, right?
Exactly.
That's life in general.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, that makes sense. And look, and it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I always say this, look, it's short-term sacrifice for long-term gain.
Mhm.
Obviously, your client understands that model very, very well. And again, it's what you're willing to do. But we all know that everybody watching this, whether you own or not, you're paying a mortgage. The question is it yours or is it your landlord's? And are
Absolutely.
you getting the tax write-offs? And are you getting the equity? Because look, you might even have very, very low rent, but what are you building? You're building nothing. You don't have any equity. Equity's free money. Where else can you find an investment that you live in and get paid in?
Yep.
Not many, right? So my last question, Kelly, how do they get a hold of you? I see your phone number there, but do you have an email address? How do people get a hold of you to ask all these
Yes, I do. Yes.
additional questions?
Additional questions, you can email me. It's my first and last name, real estate. So kellybushrealestate@gmail.com. My phone number is listed right on here. Text or call. We're real estate agents, so anytime, day or night, I'll answer. Also, my Facebook page is just me. It's just my name, Kelly Bush. You can see my family. You can see my real estate. I pride myself on being very down to earth and really, connecting with people
Yes, you are.
personal level. So please
Yep,
stop.
I've experienced that myself.
Yeah, and you as well, Ed.
100%.
Yeah, so please, get a hold of me there, and I would love to answer any questions that anybody has regarding real estate, Bay Area, up here, moving out of state, whatever you need.
Yeah, and even if you're just kind of thinking about it, right?
Of course.
This Kelly's great for some information and to just maybe expand your horizons, maybe just as part of the consideration. But you know what? Know all the information before you make that decision. Make an informed decision.
Yeah.
And she is the one who can inform you if you're even remotely thinking about going into the Sacramento, Roseville, or any of those areas like Lincoln, she mentioned, Marysville. Those areas are growing and they're great potential for some accelerated equity, in my opinion. All right. Well, thanks again. Have a
All right.
great
Thanks, Ed.
day, and I will see you again soon.
I'll see you soon.
Take
All right.
care.
Thanks, Ed.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.